Raise your hand if you already disliked this video before you even watched it, huh? As you might know, I already put this video on my vlog channel, but I wanted to put one on my main channel as well because a lot of you can't seem to find it. So guys, basically what's happened with my GoPro is I didn't realize that with the case on, you can't hear any of the audio, so I am going to have to do kind of like a voiceover for this, which I don't usually do because I prefer like more talking in clips, whatever. Basically, I'm just going to talk you through all the procedures that we're having and why, like the reasoning behind us having them. Right now I'm getting Botox in my forehead. I know a lot of people are saying you're quite young to be getting that, but basically the reason I get Botox in my forehead is because I do naturally have a super wrinkly forehead when I'm super expressionate with my face. So my makeup creases and I get this annoying like line across, and I really just hated it forever. So recently I have just started getting a little bit of Botox just to like freeze my forehead a little bit and get rid of some of those lines. It's nothing that we're getting is we feel like we overly need it. It's just we prefer it. It's not like we can't live without it. We just would, I mean, we have the choice, so we decided to get it done. So the woman that we go to is our lip lady who we've been going to for about, I think we've had our lips done about 3 times with her. I've had my Botox done 3 times with her as well, I believe. I will link her Instagram somewhere in the screen so you can get hold of her and check her out. She is the best lady I've been to, and I have been to about 3 so far, including Transform, which I will talk about my experience with them also. Okay, so right now you're seeing me get my cheeks filled, which sounds a little bit crazy, but it's not actually. It does not hurt at all. It hurts less than fillers. I know this sounds like a lot for me to be getting at one time, but I have done the research in what I'm getting, and it has taken me a while to build up to me getting this amount of procedures. I wanted to get cheek fillers simply because I do have a super round face. My cheekbones have never been that prominent. I like to contour. When I do my makeup, I do it full glam, or I won't wear any at all. I either look like a bum or, you know, like all out. So I was talking to my friend, and she said that her friend had got it done and she just looks like she's contoured all the time, and I really like the sound of that because I have a potato head. Basically, this is my reasoning. I have a potato head and I only got a small amount, but trust me, the small amount has made such a big difference to how I see myself. I just feel a lot more less like a big toe, do you know what I mean? It's only a small amount that she's putting in, and it really does not hurt at all. Okay, so just going back to the Botox, because I did not have enough clip to mention this in. The Botox, once you put it in, it takes roughly, depending on how fast it works with your body, about 2 weeks to work properly. That's the same for if you get an eyebrow lift. It will take about 2 weeks to set in your face. It's not instant like fillers and like any kind of fillers are. It lasts about, I think she said about 6 months, roughly the same amount of time fillers last. You'll just see it start to wear down a little bit. Botox is completely different to fillers. A lot of people get confused by it. I'm not sure why, but basically Botox works with your muscles in your face to make them either move less, or it can make them contract if you want your face to be a bit tighter. Some people get that. I've heard there's this jaw one that you can, if you put it in your jaw, it makes your face look slimmer. Fillers, however, it puts stuff into your face, so it just like a solution, like I use Juvederm, and it just fills out your lips or wherever you want it filled out. So they're completely opposite, just for people who do not know what they're talking about when they try and come for me. So this was my first time getting cheek fillers done, as it was Casey's first time as well. The cheek fillers last about 6 months. The same, everything kind of like can last between 6 months to a year, depending on how fast your body breaks it down. The cheek fillers don't hurt at all. I was really confused by the fact they didn't hurt, but it's completely fine. And the only weird thing is you can kind of hear like bubbles in your ear when it goes in, because it's so close to your ear. I presume that's why. So I would say the most painful thing that I did have done, or that I've had done, is lip fillers. Nothing that I'm getting here is classed as plastic surgery, because none of it is surgery. And also nothing that I'm getting here is permanent. I would never get anything without seriously thinking about it for a long time. That would be completely permanent, e.g. like a boob job or anything like that. Obviously they're really common, but you really want to think about anything that you're getting done permanently to your body, because in a year's time or something you could feel completely different and could regret it completely. And I mean, you can never fully go back to exactly how you were before. So the only thing I'm going to say is really think about it. These things that I'm getting here are not, and Casey as well obviously, are not that serious, because in 6 months most of it will be gone. In a year, almost all of it will be gone. In any given time on my lips, I have a 2.5 mil, I think. The most I've had in my lips is 3 mil, and that's when I did go a little bit overboard. Like, it is addictive, but obviously, like I've said, it's not that serious. Like, it's not permanent. It will go down. Like, I forget to go and get it. I don't get it done all the time. I get mine done about every 3 months, something like that, just to top up. This time I did not get a full mil in my lips. We did get a full mil in our cheeks. I believe that's just 1 mil, which is not actually that much. And I did get 1 mil. Oh wait, no, I got Botox in 2 places. Sorry, I was about to say, you basically pay by per places that you want to get Botox done. So say above your eyebrows, in the middle of your eyebrows, to freeze your forehead. Like, you have different sections, you pay per section basically. So regarding bruising and bleeding when it comes to enhancements in your face, I find that if you've drunk the night before, then you will, well, me personally, you will bruise more and you may bleed a bit more, but don't usually tend to bleed really. Like, maybe lip fillers is the most, but that's only a tiny bit, and it will be a small amount for anyone who's not good with like blood or anything. Me personally, I've always had this sounds stupid, but I've always had a phobia of syringes, but this actually has helped me get over my phobia, because I've, like, if I've had to have blood tests in the past for anything, like, I have Raynaud's, so when I was younger I was getting blood tests for that, which is just like, my veins are really tiny basically, that's all it means. But it's helped me get over my fear. I never thought that I would be able to get, like, if anyone came anywhere near me with a needle, I would have a mental breakdown. Like, I would have a fit, I would cry, it would just be all over basically, which is weird because I have tattoos, but I mean, syringes and tattoo guns are completely different to me. In my eyes, it sounds stupid, but it has helped me get over my fear, and it's like, I feel better about myself. It's not that I hated myself before. I didn't hate my lips before. I didn't like my forehead before, but I didn't hate it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, I prefer this. If I had to look like natural, like how I do naturally, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't go outside, anything. I prefer full lips. I prefer, like, no wrinkles on my forehead. It's just a preference, isn't it? And just a reminder to everyone who's probably disliked this video already, just because I get something, it does not mean that you have to go out and get it too. I know you feel that way. I know you honestly feel like, oh my god, she's got lip fillers, I'm so offended myself because this really affects my life. But trust me, there is worse things in the world than people getting lip fillers, than people getting enhancements, than people getting boob jobs, anything like that. How people want to dress, how people want to do their hair, how people want to do their makeup, how they want to act online. There are worse things in the world to be worrying about than shit like that, and always having to have your say online. Like, if someone wants to do something, cool, let them get on with it. If you don't like it, shut your fucking eyes. Okay, so any white cream you see here, like Casey's had it on her lips, I think, in a previous clip, and what's on my nose, this is just a numbing cream. It just helps completely numb your face. Trust me, do not lick that shit. I get that stuff on my tongue all the time, and my tongue goes numb for a while. But yeah, it just basically helps you be more comfortable, and the actual, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard from when I had my lips transformed that the solution Juvederm actually has like a numbing treatment in it, so when it goes into your mouth it hurts less every time they do it. I'm not sure about the truth on this. I've not actually asked someone after someone told me that, but I mean, it could be true for sure. Basically what you're seeing here is where the needle's gone in, the blood obviously, and your lips will swell up for, I say about 3 days after. They'll still be a little bit swollen, they'll start going down. You can put ice on them and stuff to bring the swelling down a little bit. I don't really need to do anything like that. I don't find it extra uncomfortable. I think it's actually fine. Like the pain after, there's minimal pain. It just feels a bit weird. No, your lips don't go hard. No, your lips don't feel any different to anyone else's lips. If you feel someone with lip fillers lips, they don't feel anything different to a normal person's. Like they're completely, no, like you can't tell. Like kissing someone with lip fillers doesn't feel any different. Nothing like that. They literally just feel normal. For anyone feeling like I can't talk just because I've got lip fillers, no girl, I just talk like that. That's just how my mouth works. So basically I thought I'd just insert a couple of photos. This is like a few days later after obviously we've got tan on and full glam, whereas in the videos we have like no makeup on and we're pale as fuck. Just so you can see the difference after like all the procedures have gone down and everything. Okay, so just a few pointers if you do go to someone other than my amazing lip lady. Make sure they give you a little hand mirror so you can check that you like the shape of the lips, how they're going, where you want the volume more. Like I like my lips a bit top heavy, which is not like how people usually do them. You'll see a few lumps in my lips from where she's injected and stuff that will go down. She's also going to massage them at the end to, well, I think she's already done it because we're onto my nose now, but you would have seen her massaging my lips just to make sure that everything's like goes where it's meant to go. But the lumps will be there for until your lips go down. I mean, it could take like 3 days. Also make sure that if you ask them that if your lips when they go down, if you don't like how they've turned out, then maybe one side's a bit not like the same, because your lips do swell up quite quickly. It is a bit more difficult to see exactly like where everything is and to make sure everything's completely level. Sometimes you may need to go back, especially if the person you're going to is not overly professional, like maybe they're new or that you know what I mean. Make sure that you can go back for free and they can fix anything that you don't like about it. I mean, obviously don't be completely picky, but just make sure that you have that security, because you don't want to be stuck spending a couple £100 and then not liking the results and not having any reassurance that you can go back if you want to and get something changed, maybe one side a bit more full or something like that. Okay, so what you're seeing here is I'm getting my nose filled in. This is a non-surgical nose job. It's the first time I'm having it done. I wanted to try it out because she told me about it and I was super, super, super excited about it, because when I was about, when I was like 17, I think I lived in Alaska. I moved out there for a couple of years with my family, and I had a quad biking accident. I basically drove it off a cliff because I'm an idiot, and I broke my nose, and I've always had this little lump like in the side of my nose, which I do when I post photos. I do edit it down. It's not like anything crazy major because you would have seen it in my videos, but I can just notice it. So I just thought, hey, let me just use the rest of my lip filler to just fill it in a bit, and oh my god, it made such a big difference. I was so surprised. Like, I did not have a full mil in my lips because I didn't feel like I needed it, so I just used the rest on my nose, and the difference it made was an absolute joke. Like, I literally am so obsessed with my nose now. It's made me almost want to get a nose job, but I don't need to because non-surgical nose job, hook up girl. I'm just going to be getting this every time now for sure, because if you've got like just a small lump, there's just something you don't like about it, maybe go and ask someone to give you some filler in your nose. Obviously you have to pay for it, but if you don't want a full mil in your lips, you can use the rest over. That's what I did with my lip lady. She let me do that, and you could just see what your nose would look like if you did get a nose job, if it's not that major. Obviously if you've got like something crazy going on, like obviously it won't fix everything, but it will just straighten it out if you've got some days. Always just go and ask and see, because then you can just see what it looks like before and make sure you're not making a mistake by spending loads of money when you could be spending a little bit of money, and just get it topped up every now and again and not actually have to go through a whole nose job procedure. Okay guys, I hope I've covered a lot of questions that you guys have been asking me. If you want to ask me any more questions, you can ask me on my Twitter or my Snapchat account, which was at the start of this video. Obviously, I know this is going to get a lot of dislikes because as soon as someone sees a syringe or any body modification, they just dislike it anyway. But I wanted to put this out here because, not to promote it so much, because a lot of people get dissed for promoting it to younger girls, but just if you're going to get it done, I wanted you guys to have a bit of information and just to see the raw footage, because I've not really cut this video up at all. You can literally see exactly what goes down, exactly what it looks like no one's in much pain at all. Like, Lip fillers is probably the most, and that's only a tiny bit uncomfortable. That's about it. I will leave all my lip ladies information at the end of this video. I'm going to put it on its own little thingy. I'll probably take a screenshot of her Instagram or something. I'll put something there so you can get hold of her contact if you do want to go with her. She is situated in Essex in London, but she does also work in Harrods, which I was confused about. I did not know this, but yeah, she works there too. So I mean, just give her a message, and if you wanted to go down and see her or talk to her about anything, she's super nice. She's super friendly, and I mean, she's a GP as well, so you know you're in them safe hands. I mean, I don't usually like GPs, but she is one friendly girl, and she's just really helpful. Thanks for watching my video, guys. I hope this was okay. I kind of feel like I'm rambling because it's a voiceover and I don't really know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to, probably won't like, but share and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Love you, bye.